Hey there, this is Hendrik from Orchestral Tools, and I welcome you to the world of Metropolis again. With Metropolis Ark 1 to 5, we closed this chapter last year with the release of Metropolis Ark 5. But before we started to produce Metropolis Ark 1, we had this sound and this overall idea in mind, and we wanted to test this. And therefore, we created kind of a prototype. And we have this prototype concept since. And we thought, why not make it available to you as well? And we went back to the telex scoring stage and recorded this prototype, this initial prototype idea that we had in mind. Therefore, I'm very proud to announce the release of Metropolis Ark Ø, the prototype orchestra. Now, everything in Metropolis Ark Ø is designed to be very fast, quick, with the best possible sound. So let's take a look at Metropolis Ark Ø, the prototype orchestra here in the sign player. We will see three sections. One is the tutti orchestra. We have the high orchestra and the low orchestra. We recorded the entire orchestra in the high register and in the low register just because of practicality. So basically, as long as we record the high notes, we don't want to wait for the lower section. Basically, with the tutti orchestra, we merged the high and the low together, and you get a lot of basic articulations with this. And the true advantage with this, and this is what I really like with Metropolis Ark Ø, is that we recorded all the sections really sitting together in the room. It's not blended virtually afterwards, and therefore what you get is real recordings, and it feels like a true recording under your fingertips. So let's load in the tutti orchestra first, and probably let's try out the staccatos, where we have all the orchestral sections, strings, brass, woodwinds playing together. So you hear it really every single note what you play with this patch. Sounds like a full blend of all the instruments recorded in the same room in its most natural balancing. And it goes really from very quiet to extremely loud. And it's simply fun to perform with this. And it's really made to compose within minutes to come up with great sounding examples. We have more articulations within the tutti orchestra. For example, also the marcato shorts, marcato longs. Let's have a listen to the marcatos. Yeah, it's simply amazing to have the entire orchestra underneath my fingertips. Beside that, we also recorded some amazing articulations, for example, the upbeats here. And it's also a lot of fun to play with them. Now, let's dive into the next section. Let's take a look into, for example, the low orchestra. And as you can see here, we have a lot of various chords in there. And the great thing of all this is we just not sustains chords, we also have staccatos chords as well as swells played with chords. And this is very, very useful. I can show you one of my favorite patch. It's the chords, swells, short, minor, performed by the low orchestra. So let's have a listen to this one. And it's quite easy to perform with this because in every octave you have a different inversion of the chord. So for example, this one. Then we have the next one here, 1 octave higher, and the next one on top. And it's quite easy to come up with very, very nice chords and atmospheres within minutes and just putting a nice solo instrument on top. So for also here, the prototyping idea is really the idea behind Metropolis Ark Ø. Now, we have the same thing with the high orchestra, and if you load the short swells minor here as well and you put it on the same MIDI channel, you can stack them on top of each other, and that's how it sounds with the entire orchestra playing the same thing. It's simply amazing to hear all the air and the energy that is within these recordings and the blendings of the instruments. Very, very nice. So yeah, when we dig a little deeper into the list of articulations and the options that we have here, you will find also the single arpeggios minor. So let's load this one. It's a little bit like rips. But the cool thing is you can play them with chords because they have a very definitive ending. So this is when I just play minor chords with the minor scales arpeggios. So very, very nice. Beside that, let's load one of those regular minor chords patches that we have, for example, the staccato ones, which are simply useful for action cues, for example, if you So the benefit with those patches is that everything is pre-arranged within those chords. That means every instrument within the section has its own voice within the orchestra. Yeah, and as I mentioned before, it's the same like with the swells. You're playing with true recordings. It's just a whole different level compared to virtual sample stacking. It's all already recorded in those wonderful samples. Another great effect by the orchestra when everyone plays together are trills, because I always felt like just stacking up various trills is not the same like if you really have the orchestra playing this all together. Here is some major trills that we've recorded just to get an idea. So this was a relatively short first overview, first look into the library of Metropolis Ark Ø. Again, when we look over, you have the tutti orchestra with all the basic articulations and some very nice things like the upbeats, the high and the low orchestra, both coming with major and minor chords and different articulations like sustains, staccatos, as well as the swells, which are very, very useful, and the single arps, major, minor, the trills, major and minor, and octave runs. There will be another walkthrough video that goes really into detail with everything. So look out for the walkthrough, which is coming very, very soon. So thank you very much for watching. Check out the bundle, which also includes Metropolis Ark Ø at orchestraltools.com. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.